Hi everyone, I'm Adina from Immigrant Finance, and I'm here today with the wonderful Edward, one of our recent students who's here to share his experience. Claudia, she has been an amazing contribution to the community. Soledad from Wealth para Todos, been an amazing contributor to the course and helped teach a lot of other students. Karen, who's one of our students in Immigrant Finance School. Evelyn, an example of how so many of our Immigrant Finance School students are already helping others in the community and doing these amazing projects. Reyes, so thank you so much for joining. Welcome.
I'm a first-generation immigrant, so finances was never taught to me growing up.
I never really thought of myself getting involved in that kind of world.
I have been on this journey for the past, I want to say like 5 years.
Finance to me, as my parents were growing up, just as long as you have food, you can take care of the bills and feed your family, and there's a roof over your head, you're successful. But as I grew older and more mature, I realized that finances can mean a lot of things, and I felt I wasn't as prepared as I should be.
Trying to pay off, credit card debt, trying to pay off my school loans.
I feel very lost in that sense because half the time when you're reading information, you're asking yourself, is this actually relevant for me? Before I joined Immigrant Finance, I was I think spending a lot of time just trying to find out what I could do before I got to the US, how to build my credit history, just trying to figure out which bank account to use and things like that.
I wanted to take a class to learn with other people that I felt that I could relate to.
I want to buy a house, I want to buy real estate.
It was just like kind of jargon. I didn't really understand most of it. But that started sparking my interest in just learning more about finance in general.
I had never seen a course like it.
It was, one of the first times it was being offered, and it was being offered at a very affordable price. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to have access to content that was specific to immigrants.
I came across, the program in such a perfect way and timing.
What steps I need to do to make sure I'm in the right direction, and I think this course was perfectly for me. It helps me define my goals, reach my goals, and actually think the next level of what my finances are going to look for. So that's kind of why I decided to join Immigrant Finance and kind of take a look, and I'm glad I did.
We always feel like we are in a situation by ourselves. Having that immigrant finance community come together, during our sort of Zoom sessions, I think that was really helpful because you see there are many other people who face similar challenges as you, even though they might not look the same as you, and they are at different stages of that immigrant, so to speak. And that really gave me perspective.
To come into a group where you share, similar experiences and like commonality. So I think that was one of the things that I really liked about Immigrant Finance.
People that are just like you, they look like you, they have the same goals, and you're able to kind of feel comfortable. It's a great setting. Nobody judges you. We all support you, and make really great connections. That's one thing. I was able to make a great connection.
And I loved our group check-ins because it was a sense of like accountability too, and to be able to share with other people our financial goals.
We met on Saturday, so that Saturday morning, I would look forward to it, and because I enjoyed listening to everybody's stories. And I think that commonality that we either came from other countries or were born here. And I think that link of being immigrants is really important, or at least for me it was, in order for me to be like, you know what, I'm not the only one.
Something I really love that I learned, I'm able to teach it. It makes me more confident to go back to my coworkers, my family, or anybody that needs support in our community. I can show them, and I'm more confident in that. And I think the favorite part of mine was the investing part, because once you realize you're saving money, you got your budget and everything going, how can I grow it? That's the key about immigrant finance. It teaches you how to set the foundation, but what's next?
I enjoyed that I was able to learn things not just for myself, but things that I can teach my parents.
One of the biggest transformations is because of the program, I am now opening my first ever sort of in the investing world. So I opened an account. If somebody was to ask me like 10 years ago, you're going to be talking about investment, I'd be like, no, that's not for me, like at all. I think it was meant to be.
I didn't know about that. Now I do, so now I know how to create more income stream for me, and I'm able to kind of, investing is the right thing, and it just teaches me how to take my money to the next level. I was able to get educated myself with how to teach others in my community, and that's something that immigrant finance taught me.
It makes me feel better about myself and my future. Having a better constructed plan at the end of the course does give me a little bit more peace of mind.
So learning about different ways that my financial journey could change was something that was empowering.
I had a blast taking your course. Now I get to talk to my little sister and my brother and my family about budgeting, about finances, about investing. It's exciting, and I'm looking forward to now venturing out to other things, and this is only the beginning.